Okay, so in my last video, I asked a question to atheists. My question was asking them if God is as evil as they say, then why not send us to hell from the start? For as evil as atheists say God is, he can be worse. Given this, I simply wanted to know where the line of demarcation is drawn for atheists to say God is evil. The answers I received were very predictable and exactly what I expected to see. But there were some very specific responses among them I was looking for to make a point in this video. I've seen responses similar to something like, somebody could have kicked a child 4 times instead of 3. They could have been worse, but the lower amount doesn't mean they didn't do something wrong. Likewise, just because God could have had a more maximal level of evil doesn't mean a more minimal level of evil makes God any less evil. These were the source of responses I was looking for. My argument to begin with was not to suggest that since God could be worse, it makes lower levels of evil not evil. My point was simple. Where is the line of demarcation atheists draw in saying God is evil? You see, it doesn't matter whether we are talking about what we would define as the lowest levels or the greatest maximal levels of evil. Any line of demarcation which is drawn is totally arbitrary to suggest God is evil at said point rather than any other. Even acting within their own wheelhouse, they cannot get their argument off the ground. We could argue, well, God is evil for sending people to eternal hell to suffer. That could be the line of demarcation. Or we could minimize it and say, well, God is evil for sending people to an eternal hell, but except without any sort of physical suffering. Let's minimize it further though. We could argue, well, God is evil for sending people to a non-eternal hell, whether or not physical suffering exists in that non-eternal hell. God is simply evil for even having any concept of hell at all. But wait, let's minimize it even further. God is evil simply for creating a world in which he knew evil would occur in it. You see, it doesn't matter what point we start from, minimal to maximal, every point is still equally as arbitrary of a demarcation line than any other. They simply have no way of proving that it is impossible for God to create a world in which he knew evil would occur, yet still not be evil at the same time. If creation of a world in which he knew evil would occur makes him evil, then why isn't it equally true in reverse? The creation of a world in which he knew good would occur make him good? Why is it the evil in the world rather than the good which makes God what he is, which indicates who God is? Such is arbitrary, and at any point, no matter minimal or maximal, is equally as arbitrary. Atheists may conclude the things God does and or allows demonstrates him to be evil, but they simply have no way of drawing any particular demarcation line. This is why I said that as evil as atheists may think God is, he can be a lot worse. They cannot draw any demarcation line to any level of alleged evil without being totally arbitrary. Therefore, their argument is untenable to suggest God is evil in the first place at any specific point rather than another. The point is the atheist simply has no point to determine evil. Their arguments are arbitrary, thus untenable from the outset. They cannot get their argument off the ground, thus they cannot argue their position at all. And that's it, folks. So thanks for watching, everyone. Like, comment, subscribe. Take care. God bless and peace.